Hey everybody, I'm Logan Alec. I'm a CPA. I own Choice Tax Relief. You know, one of the things we help people with here at Choice Tax Relief is when they get that scary notice from the IRS. And the notice I'm going to talk about today is the IRS Notice CP63. You know, it's not that scary, so to speak. Like, oh, the IRS is going to come after you and take your house now, like some notices are. It's more just disappointing, right? It's a disappointing notice. IRS is holding a refund. We'll talk about it. Don't worry. So in this video, my goal is to tell you what the IRS Notice CP63 is, why the IRS sends it. We're going to go through it part by part here on my screen. And then I'll tell you what you should do if you receive the IRS Notice CP63. So let's get into it. So the IRS Notice CP63 is a notice to you from the IRS that the IRS has received your recently filed tax return, that it has processed that tax return, and it would be sending you a refund right now, except for some issue on your account, okay? And typically that issue is, just like it is when we're looking at this CP60 redacted version of a CP63 the IRS sent one of our clients, oftentimes the issue is that you have unfiled returns from older years or other years, okay? So that's what this notice is. This is why the IRS sends it, to inform you of this issue in an attempt to get you to correct this issue. Okay, so before we talk about what to do when you get this notice, let's just go through it part by part. Okay, so this is one of those nice one-page, easy-to-read notices. You know, there's not a whole lot of legalese, and the issue here is clear, right? We're holding refund for tax year X because you haven't filed these years here. They mentioned in the notice that's going to be different for you. And the IRS believes you'll owe more tax for these years. Okay, so that's why they're holding the 2024 refund. So from the IRS's perspective is, hey, yeah, although you don't have any assessed balances right now that we can apply your debt to, and you think we could just send you the check, we think once you actually file these delinquent returns, you're going to owe money for them, and we'd want to apply your 2024 overpayment to that balance for those years once you file them, rather than just cutting you a check right now. Okay, that is the issue. Now, of course, the question is, whenever somebody files a tax return without having filed previous years of tax returns, does the IRS always send them a notice CP63? Do they always hold that refund until they file those delinquent returns? The answer is actually absolutely positively not. And I would say in most cases, they do not. Believe it or not, they do not. At least in historical experience. That could be changing now. That could be changing, right? We have Republican-controlled government right now, less funding for the IRS. They want to cut the IRS, layoffs at the IRS, whatever. They might be a little more tight-fisted with handing out these refunds to folks when they have delinquent returns from previous years. That probably indicates there's going to be a balance due for those years. Okay, so this might be a slight internal policy shift. Anyway, let's keep checking along here. What you need to do now, and I agree, right? I mean, sometimes when we talk about the what you need to do section on these notices, it's like, well, this is what the IRS wants you to do. You should actually do this. Basically, bottom line, you should file your delinquent returns, okay? For returns in the last 3 years, so right now it's 2025, so right now, this moment in time, you can e-file your 24, 23, 22 tax returns, okay? IRS goes back 3 years to where you can e-file those returns the last 3 years. Previous to that, you can certainly file, but you have to paper file them. Okay, and it kind of talks about that here. File electronically, or you can fax. Now, this is interesting. Obviously you can mail. It gives you a specific mailing address to mail them to. Okay. This may be different than the mailing address you see in the instructions to the 1040 right now. Okay. And you can also fax these. And I think and remember, if you fax or mail, you got to sign them and date them on that little line, right? Depending on the return. Some of the years it's on page 1, some at the bottom page 2, whatever. Sign and date it. If you're married, filing jointly, your spouse has to sign and date it too. And the reason I think is kind of telling you to file them, if not electronically, if you're using the mail, right, for older years, then to do it in these ways, so it kind of gets to the right department faster, so it can assess the tax faster, and that that your overpayment for 24 can be applied to that debt faster. Okay, so yes. Now, important. There might be a reason why you didn't file these old returns. Okay, then you got to explain it, or written explanation along with a copy of this notice by this due date here. Fax it, right? Fax it to that number, or mail your written explanation to the address above, which would be this one here. Okay. Now, that's probably pretty rare because I don't think the IRS would say we believe you'll owe more tax if, you know, the only things on that you made for those years was like non-taxable income. But who knows? This could just be boiler language. I don't know. But I do know they have computers that kind of calculate like the range, you know, of tax due. You know, so I don't think they'd say that if it wasn't pretty, if you didn't really have a filing requirement. But stranger things have happened. The IRS could be wrong. They're routinely wrong, right? And this is what you do if they are wrong in this case. All right, what happens next? Once you file the return that the IRS wants here, they'll list them out again here. Well, the IRS says we'll determine if you owe more taxes. If we determine you owe tax or other debts that we're required to collect, we apply all or part of your refund to the amount you owe. We'll send a notice explaining how we applied to refund and a check for the remaining refund if there is one. Okay? If we don't hear from you by May 29, 2025, we'll continue to hold your 2024 refund. And don't forget this last part of the notice. We may determine your tax based on third-party information. They may do what's called a substitute for return or an SFR on you. And I've covered the IRS SFR program extensively in a video here at the upper corner of your screen. Okay. In which the IRS basically looks at all the income you earn, doesn't give you any deductions other than the standard deduction, doesn't give you any credits, not even any credits for your kids, whatever. And it just, you know, it assumes no expenses, and it assumes, you know, that you are, you know, single, right? Even though you might be head of household if you're unmarried, or if you are married, it assumes married filing separately instead of married filing jointly. Okay, so not a great thing you want happening. Okay, you typically don't want the IRS to determine your tax based on third-party information like that. Okay, so beware. In the vast majority of cases, the solution here is to simply just finally pay the piper, bite the bullet, file those old tax returns. If you think you're going to owe a lot of money you can't pay, hey, you got help in your corner, okay? And we can even help from square one to even get those old returns filed, right? Pull your IRS data, get them all compiled, file them strategically, right? And then when the IRS assesses your tax liability against you, applying any, you know, refund that the CP63 is about to that new balance, then, you know, phase two of working with us would be us coming alongside you and our qualified EAs and tax attorneys negotiating with the IRS on that tax debt, right, including the penalties and interest. Okay, so that's how that goes, folks. You know, this particular client, they've kind of gotten away with it for a while. You know, it looks like they haven't, until they did their 2024 return, looks like they hadn't filed a tax return since their 19 return, which was due in 2020, so over 5 years ago. So naughty, right? Naughty. Folks, you know, this isn't the only notice the IRS sends out. They send lots of scary boogeyman threatening notices throughout the year. I have an entire playlist of IRS notices and how to deal with them here at the upper left-hand corner of the screen. And I have another video about IRS notices on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. You know who to call. Choice Tax Relief. If you owe the IRS or your state at least $10,000 in back taxes or have multiple years of unfiled returns, you want a team of professionals to handle for you. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.